Chaos erupts. Stephanie Vaquer versus IYO Sky ends in disqualification, full breakdown, and fallout. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. The WWE Universe was on fire as the much-anticipated showdown between Stephanie Vaquer and IYO Sky finally took place. Two international icons clashing on a global stage, each with something to prove and neither willing to give an inch. Fans expected an instant classic, a match to be talked about for years. And for the most part, that's exactly what they got, until things spiraled into chaos. What was supposed to be a dream encounter between two of the most technically gifted women on the roster turned into a controversial, shocking, and downright chaotic finish that sent fans into a frenzy and left WWE officials scrambling. Tonight, we're breaking down every twist, every strike, and every moment of Stephanie Vaquer versus IYO Sky. A match that didn't just deliver, but ignited a war that may be far from over. This is the full story of how their battle ended in disqualification, who got involved, and what it means for the future of WWE's women's division. The build-up. The road to this match wasn't built overnight. When Stephanie Vaquer officially signed with WWE after a blazing run through NJPW and CMLL, fans were curious. How would she fare under WWE's bright lights? Would she be another independent star swallowed by the machine? No chance. Stephanie made waves from the moment she stepped into the ring on SmackDown, taking down mid-carders with cold precision and earning a shot at the top far faster than anyone predicted. Her lucha-based striking style, fused with strong-style roots, instantly made her a fan favorite. But across the aisle stood IYO Sky, a former women's champion, damaged C. Terrell standout, and arguably one of the most athletic performers WWE has ever seen. Once a heel, now walking a gray line of respect and aggression. IYO had just returned from a brief injury break and wanted to remind everyone why she's the standard-bearer of global wrestling excellence. Their paths crossed when Stephanie defeated Dakota Kai in a brutal TV match, prompting IYO to confront her backstage with nothing but a nod and then a slap. The match was set for the following week's SmackDown, and the hype couldn't be hotter. Social media lit up. X, formerly Twitter, was ablaze. Everyone from Charlotte Flair to Bayley chimed in with predictions. This wasn't just a wrestling match. This was a generational collision. Stephanie, the rising flame of South American wrestling. IYO, the Japanese aerial assassin who conquered NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Match night begins. SmackDown opened with massive buzz, and the crowd in Orlando, Florida, was electric. Stephanie Vaquer entered first to a surprising mixed reaction. Some booed her intensity. Others roared at her rebellious demeanor. She wore all black, her mask briefly lowered over her eyes, with a fierce look that said she came for war, not a handshake. Then came IYO Sky. The crowd erupted. Her music hit, the lights went wild, and she soared into the ring with that signature charisma, high-fiving fans, but never taking her eyes off her opponent. From the bell, it was a war of psychology. They locked up once, twice, broke. IYO danced around her with light feet. Stephanie didn't blink, then exploded. Chops, arm drags, roll-throughs, and takedowns. The crowd chanted, "This is wrestling." Only 4 minutes in, Stephanie nearly secured an early win with a gorilla lock, but IYO slipped out and nailed a springboard dropkick, sending Stephanie to the outside. Stephanie regrouped fast, slid back in, and launched an aggressive offensive of her own. Kicks to the midsection, a snap German suplex, and a picture-perfect Tiger Driver 98 that got a 2 count. For 10 minutes, it was nonstop brilliance. Both women pulled out their deepest arsenals. Vaquer with her technical chain wrestling, IYO with her graceful, high-risk dives. Midway through the match, Stephanie nearly knocked IYO out cold with a spinning knee to the jaw. It looked brutal. The referee checked IYO, but she responded with a quick roll-up reversal. Back and forth, counter for counter. Then the tone shifted. Stephanie's demeanor darkened. She began targeting IYO's shoulder, vicious stomps, ring post smashes, and even a Fujiwara armbar using the ropes. Referee Charles Robinson warned her multiple times to break the hold before 5. But Stephanie didn't listen. She broke the hold at 4, then grinned. The controversy unfolds. At the 15-minute mark, the crowd knew something special was happening. And then it happened, the moment that turned a match into a riot. IYO hit her patented Ase moonsault to the outside, crashing into Stephanie and the barricade. The crowd was on their feet. Both women barely made it back inside by the referee's count of 9. And just as IYO climbed to the top rope for her over-the-moonsault, the lights suddenly flickered. Confusion. The arena paused. Then, BAM, out of nowhere, a hooded figure jumped the barricade and shoved IYO off the top rope. She landed hard on the mat, clutching her knee. The referee turned just in time to see the tail end of the attack. He called for the bell. Disqualification. Winner, IYO Sky by DQ. The crowd exploded with boos. Stephanie looked stunned, but then turned and smiled at the hooded figure. Security stormed the ring. The attacker removed the hood. It was Taynara Connie. Yes, former NXT star Tay Connie, who hadn't been seen on WWE programming in years, and had recently been rumored to be returning to WWE after a stint with AEW. Stephanie Vaquer rolled out of the ring and embraced Tay Connie on the ramp as the crowd screamed in confusion and fury. IYO was left lying in the ring, holding her leg, betrayed by a match that she was inches away from winning. The camera zoomed in on Stephanie's face, calm, collected, and terrifyingly pleased. She mouthed the words, "This is just the beginning." Backstage fallout, 600 words. Backstage, chaos continued. Triple H was seen arguing with security about the lack of perimeter control. Kayla Braxton tried to get a word with Stephanie and Tay, but they refused interviews. Later in the night, Kathy Kelly caught up with IYO Sky, who was still limping with trainers surrounding her. She didn't say much, just 4 words. "Tell her, I'm coming." WWE officials confirmed IYO did not suffer a torn ligament, but may have bruised cartilage in her right knee. Still, she insisted on competing next week. The question quickly became, why was Tay Connie back? And why align with Stephanie Vaquer? Rumors swirled that a new international faction was forming, dangerous, violent, and willing to destroy everything in their path. Some even compared Stephanie and Tay to a female version of the Shield, only more vicious, more calculated. Social media reaction. Within minutes, #Vaquer vs. Sky was trending worldwide. Fans and wrestlers alike chimed in. Bailey, you can't even win without backup? Pathetic. At Stephanie Vaquer. Asuka, translated, Stephanie is talented but dirty. This is war now. Miko Satomura, IYO Sky is still the greatest. Even Rhea Ripley tweeted, Stephanie better not cross my path. Tay Connie posted a cryptic message on her Instagram. Some debts need to be repaid in blood. One thing's for certain. This isn't over. It's only the beginning. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more WWE drama, fallout, and fantasy booking updates every week.